Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here and to take the time to talk about Seance with me, guys. So first off, congratulations on the movie coming out. As we've learned over the last year, that is no small thing in the moment. So how does it feel that it's finally kind of coming out in the world?
Yeah, it's good. Like, so much has happened. I mean, I feel like years have been knocked off my life. Inanna's had a baby. Like, it's like
so much happened by the time this movie finally came out.
Yeah.
But I think it's exciting, and we're like excited for everyone to finally see it. I think everyone's gonna enjoy it.
How long ago did you actually film it? Like, how long has it been from like, oh, we were on set to now it's finally coming out?
It was the end of 2019. So it's it wasn't actually that long ago, but it just feels like,
so much happened since.
Yeah, it was just like it was a different time in everyone's lives. I guess it was like 3 months. Who would have known that, like, yeah, the next year in March, we'd be like, our lives would change so much.
Yeah, the end of 2019 was like, it does feel like just a completely different decade almost, whereas, that's kind of wild. So I'm actually a huge fan of Simon Barrett, who directed it, but this is his first feature as a director. I knew him as a screenwriter. So what was it like working for him, working with him as a director? Like, how was it? Did he feel like a first-time director, or how was he, in the saddle?
No, I mean, I feel like it was like he knew exactly what he wanted. He wrote the script, and like he had a certain vision in mind. So I feel like he definitely did not feel like a first director to me. I think he just knew exactly like what he was doing, and everything just seemed so like in line with what he wanted. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. It's like you really, like, sometimes people that have directed so many movies, you're just like, wait, hang on a sec, like, and Simon like definitely did not. He's like very specific. I mean, he was saying that he was like terrified the whole time, and like, we're obviously on like a really low budget. He's got a bunch of young women that he basically has no idea how they're going to all be together. You're in the middle of Winnipeg, it's freezing, but like we had no idea that he was freaking out, and like he had no idea that like we were all the girls would like basically just like kind of like also just, I don't know, like the movie seeps into, we were also like having a good time, but also like it was actually like quite hard, and like we were isolated, and we were all just like
and like actually thankfully we had each other, because I feel like I would literally have lost my mind if it wasn't like a crew of girls around, and like we at least got to hang out with each other since we're in the middle of nowhere. But I didn't, when he said he was freaking out,
on really well, and everyone actually was like weirdly similar to their character. Like the way that we bonded and gelled off screen was kind of similar to how we did on screen.
Minus like me and you actually got along.
Yeah, well, exactly. But like Alice still has like, I don't know. I think Alice comes across as actually like so fun. Like you're like rude or whatever, but you're still like kind of like
she's
the most
super fun. Yeah.
So this, I know it's coming out on VOD and on demand and stuff, but this Seance is going to theaters, and there is a good chance that someone is going to have their first time back in a movie theater in a very long time while seeing this movie. What does that mean to you guys? What does that feel like?
God, we get to go and watch movies. Do you get to watch movies in America right now? Like, can you?
I have not seen a movie since, so I feel like I want this to be the first movie I see in theaters. So I think like people are gonna be, I don't know, I feel like they're gonna be definitely less judgmental too, because they're just so excited to be in a theater for the first time in so long.
I'm excited for this to be people's first movie, because it like doesn't take itself, like the world's been very serious for like a long time and everything feels very heavy, and I like that our movie is sort of quite, it doesn't take itself seriously. It's kind of like an homage to like a teen slasher film where, there's not anything like too gritty in that sense. It's just kind of, it feels like it's almost like a bit of a blast from the 2000s in a way. And there's like a really strange, interesting soundtrack that I think
I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack came out so good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So, you always see people make mistakes. What mistakes do you think you would make if you were in a horror movie? Like, would you be the one to leave the group? What mistake do you think you'd make?
I feel like I would definitely not leave the group. I'm like the opposite of that. Like I would definitely just be the first one dead because I would just be in my house not wanting to go anywhere and trying to lock myself in. But then I feel like that's what would trigger the person to come and kill me first, because I would be alone in my home trying to like keep everything out. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I think you're like actually quite badass. Like you'd be like out there, like you've got like a part of you that's like, what the fuck's up? Like you'd be out there like with a bat being like,
yeah, but then the moment like I see a ghost or something, I'm gone.
Yeah.
If it was like a real person, I'd probably fight. But if it's something that's like spiritual and like I can't physically touch, I don't know. I'd be scared. I don't know. What about you? I feel like you would definitely be the fight head-on person.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that sensitive to like ghosts and stuff. Like I've never actually seen one. No, have you?
Yeah, like I don't know. I've like felt ones. I haven't seen it like actually, but I've had friends that have seen it, and it's like the craziest thing. But
I haven't like I haven't actually like I'm open to it, but I haven't actually like had it come on me. So I don't know. Maybe I'd be like good to go.
Yeah, it's also like I get like sleep paralysis, so it's like super scary for me. So I feel like that is subconsciously in my mind too. So for me, it's just a little bit more traumatizing.
Yeah. It's horrible, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of a more broad question. All right, so the let's say like, you know, Mr. Hollywood comes up to you and is like, all right, the keys to the kingdom are open. You can, any franchise, any part, any whatever you want, you can do. What's like the one thing you would love to do that you haven't got the chance to do yet?
What's yours, Inanna?
I think mine would definitely be, I'm like an action chick. Like I would definitely want to do like a Marvel dope thing that's like, I would be like on a wire, like skyscraping a building or something like that.
You'd be like an amazing Tomb Raider.
Yeah, like that would be awesome.
You would be so good.
That'd be so fun. Yeah, that's probably like my dream role. Like
you need to be doing like really like gorgeous, like Angelina Jolie, like with the guns and everything. Like you need to be doing,
like Wanted, like that Wanted movie with Angelina, like shit like that. I love that stuff.
Yeah. And you'd be like good, like made into a video game or something.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Suki knows me better than I know myself.
Yeah. You tell me what I would be, because I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like, what about like a multiple personality type thing? That's just like, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah. Nice.
Like a split, like where you're just like, I don't know, because I feel like emotionally you're so cool and you have so much range that I would love to see you like do completely different types of characters, but in like one movie.
Okay.
Cool. But I don't know.
No, I like that. That's great.
I don't want to take too much of your time, so I just got one quick one for you, Suki. You were in Detective Pikachu, and you kind of had the Miss Norman thing going on. And I actually feel like there's room for her more because you were revealed in like an interesting way in the first movie. But there's definitely more room
with my crazy eyes. Suddenly, like,
but there's more. So we've heard some talk of a sequel. Would you be down to come back if they do Detective Pikachu 2? Have you heard anything about it?
I haven't heard anything about it. No, I don't know if they're making another one. But obviously, yeah, I'd love to. I had half of my hair pink. I had pink eyebrows. I love Miss Norman's look. I would love to go back and see what more is in store for her.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for doing this today. Just as we're wrapping up, what do you guys have coming up? What do you have coming down the pipeline? What are you working on?
For me, I'm working on a scripted podcast that I literally spent like probably 5 months writing with a ghostwriter. So yeah, super excited. We're
I'm going to be in that. I need to.
Yeah. I sent it
open.
Hopefully Suki would play a part of it.
No. I was literally like today, I'm like, hey, where is that?
But yeah, super excited about that. We'll hopefully have it started and like filming it or recording it by like June or July.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And what about you, Suki?
I'm doing a TV show that I was meant to start before the pandemic ended, called Daisy Jones and the Six. So I've been learning piano now for like a year.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you were doing so good when we were there.
Well, that was when I was auditioning and I was like in my hotel room trying to send off like videos for it. And I had like, they were like, you have to have brown short hair. So one of the hair people had a stunt wig for Henry Cavill that I borrowed and put home.
Oh my God, stop. I didn't even know you were doing this.
Oh
I thought you
God,
were
the
just like had
videos.
this fascination of playing the piano. So.
No, the videos I have like for the audition scenes, I was sending like freezing, wearing like loads of jackets, like at like 6 a.m. after a night suit with Henry Cavill's stunt wig on. And I'm like, did not know any piano. So I'm like playing it really badly, like trying to pretend like I'm like.
But your whole heart is into it. You're just like, oh my God, I want to see those videos.
You know, I've done quite a few interviews, and I don't know that I've ever heard a phrase that I've liked more than Henry Cavill's stunt wig. That is fantastic. Well, thank you again so much, and congratulations on the movie Seance in theaters on demand. Catch it where you can, and thank you all so much.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Bye.